Hey guys, it's Miss Eland. I am here just trying to get you some information about our remote learning that will start the first week of April. So I just wanted to provide you with some visuals so that you can get started and maybe practice getting into those websites that we will be using. And hopefully everything will be great. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. So, one of the really cool things about Perry Township is that every student has an opportunity to get a Chromebook to use at their own house. We don't know the exact date yet for when you'll be able to get those Chromebooks, but pay attention to your parent square and to your teacher's messages. More information about that will be coming out soon. Teachers are working really hard to create lessons and work digitally, so online, and we're also going to be getting some paper copies ready for students that might need that as well. Teachers will present new material every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday online, so something new will be out there every other day. Then they will also be available to you throughout the week, so that if you have any questions, you can reach out to them and they can respond to you. And then something else that's really awesome is that businesses around the community are coming together, and a few have offered free Wi-Fi connections so the students can log on with their Chromebooks. So if you are interested in getting that internet access, you can visit internetessentials.com or call the number that's there. You may also have unlimited hotspot usage through your cell phone provider. So if you want to see if you can use your hotspot for the kids to get on their internet or their Chromebooks, then call your cell phone provider to check out that awesome resource. So every student in Perry Township has a Google login that can be used to access many of the programs the teachers will be using. The login is their user number and the Perry School ending, and then their password is their lunch number. If your student doesn't remember their numbers, please contact your teacher and they can get them to you. So the student should log in using their school account when they are completing any of the activities. And what it'll look like is their user number at student.perryschool.org, and then the password is their lunch number that they use almost every day. So one of the things that students often do is they put an S at the end of student to make it students, or they don't put the S at the end of Perry schools, and that will prevent them from logging in. So if you ever have any problems, check to make sure that they have the correct spelling for the ending of their login. Some common Google sites that students will need to be able to access. One of them is Google email. Every student using their login will be able to access email, and they will be able to get email from teachers. They will be able to email teachers. They won't be able to email back and forth to their friends. Another site that students often use is Google Drive, and this is just a place where all of their work can be stored. I can assign work to them and then they can see it in their drive. So a lot of times what they're working on will be in the drive and they can find that easily. Another piece of Google is Google Classroom. We use Google Classroom to make announcements and assignments. So it's cool. I can assign to them slides. I can assign to them documents. I can assign to them forms or Excel spreadsheets. So this is a great way for students to be able to open those up. It also allows us to see what the students are working on. These are some common websites that aren't necessarily Google, but when you go to their websites, you can always log in with Google and it automatically connects you. So the first one is Parent Square and Student Square. So Parent Square and Student Square are ways for us to make announcements to you. As of recently, students weren't really able to get onto Parent Square, but they've made it so that students can get onto Student Square and get the announcements from their teacher and see those things on their own. Another great resource that we have is iExcel. This is a skills-based website that allows students to practice activities for a specific skill. Pear Deck is another awesome tool that we use. This is a online presentation, but it's interactive in the sense that students are answering questions, they can draw, they can pick at the right answer, and then the teacher has immediate feedback to see how they're doing and maybe where they need to do some more teaching. Another resource that we use is Spelling City. It's just a way for students to practice their spelling words. They use it every week and should know how to get there. They're just the list words and then they put them to games. ReadWorks is a reading comprehension website. It offers students reading passages based on their level, and the students can read them and then answer questions. This is a great resource because the questions are some really good in-depth questions that require the students to think deeper as they're reading. Another great resource is Zoom. This is a digital video conferencing website so that students and teachers will be able to log into one place and actually talk to each other face to face through the internet and be able to ask questions. They'll be able to see each other. I know it's been a really long time and we are all missing each other. So I know the couple that I have done, the kids are really excited to see each other. Some common sites that are accessible through Clever. So Clever is kind of a gateway to get through, and you're using that information to log into BrainPop. BrainPop is a fun website that has videos and resources and other information about specific topics. The students love going there. Mayan is another great resource where students can log on and read books or have books read to them. This is one that my students use all the time, so I am hoping that they are still reading. They can use this resource as well. Some other sites that don't use Google login is Kahoot. This is a website that allows students to answer questions that the teacher has created, and it's more of a game. The students like to race against each other, and they earn points for how many questions they've answered. And at the end of it, they kind of see who's answering the most questions and the quickest so that they really like seeing what place they're in. Another awesome reading website is Epic. Epic is great because they have popular books. They have a wide range of books that the students really love reading. They have the option of either just the students reading it by themselves. They can listen to it being read and follow along with the words. Some of the stories have just the audio, so you don't get to see the words, but you can still hear the great story. And the final website is YouTube. I personally have a YouTube site and will be uploading a lot of my videos there just because it's easy for the students to access. It'll be all in one spot. So if they need to go back, they can listen to something again, or if they missed something, then they are able to access this on YouTube. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to be making another video about how you log into each of these and where they can be found. But until then, play around with it. Your kids know how to access all of these things, and we will start using them that first week of April.